When we text the customer, hey, your meal's on the way, they text us back. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm so excited, or, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Maybe somebody who's not familiar with Syrian food, or, isn't very familiar with what's going on in Syria, but playing some kind of role in bridging that. And I think food is a great way to do that, because once you try somebody's shawarma, you're just like, man, that was really good. And you start to figure out, oh, where's that from? And what's the story? What's the chef's story? And like, why did they make it this way? I think it serves as a really great way to start connecting people.
So when we felt the call to Greece, we used this phrase, if there had been 50 countries on the list, it wouldn't have been on that. The main reason is that it just didn't seem like a place where a missions field was needed. And I think that that's one of the things that we're understanding more and more, is that people need authentic relationships with God. And we love Greece, and we realize that there is a natural matchup of our personality fitting the personalities there. There is something that's been locked inside of us, and be able to sit across the table with someone and have real conversation and understand who they are, the hospitality. Anything attached to missions is sharing your faith with someone across the table. Or even model in reaching an Orthodox culture or someone with an Islamic background is not trying to say, you have to believe this specific way to become my denomination. It's, I want you to wake up in the morning and love God and say, how can I know the God who created the heavens and the earth? One of the philosophies we have too is that it takes thousands of insignificant moments to make one significant moment. And we feel so often that we have to be driven to that significant moment when it's just thousands of moments that no one will ever notice that bridge and build into that significant moment. So one of the insignificant moments we had one day, we were out in front of our cafe, and I had my daughter Zoe, and she wanted to pet this dog. And so there was a dude just randomly walking, like this little fluffy dog. And so we're like, okay, we were in a hurry and we're in a rush. We're like, okay, Zoe, you can pet this dog. And so then randomly this Greek college student decides to pet this dog as well. So you've got my daughter, and then this random student petting a dog that some other random guy is walking. And then all of a sudden we get in a conversation with this girl because we spoke English to our daughter Zoe. And in that moment we just asked her where she was from and what she was studying. And we're like, hey, why don't we get your information on Facebook or a number? Maybe we could use you as a babysitter sometime. And this girl ended up, within a year, being part of a spiritual community with us. She went through the Alpha course, and she is now one of the pillars that the Church of Greece is going to be built on. She's in a marriage relationship with another Christian, and all because we took a little bit extra time when we were in a hurry and our daughter wanted to pet a dog to just say, can we be significant with people that are around us? So that's one insignificant moment that turned into be something pretty significant for the kingdom of God. So in our new cafe plant on the island of Cyprus, we have this wall where one of your NCCers, Dave, on a short-term trip came in, and he took a chisel and hammer and etched a face into the wall. And I had been kind of thinking that this would be a cool design thing. But then what he had done previously, a few days before, is in a refugee camp in Greece, he gave a girl his camera and just let her run around and take photographs. So the actual image is a picture of a refugee taken by another refugee. And so when people see this iconic image in our store, they say, oh my gosh, like that's so cool. And we can just have the opportunity to share the story about how we care about the marginalized we are. And that just opens up an incredible amount of doors. We say we take agenda just out of the conversation, because the reason why people are not attracted to evangelism and not attracted to missions is because they feel like they're the target audience of, like, we're trying to sell a vacuum to them. And we have the greatest message in the entire world, so I don't need to sell anything to them. They're not the agenda on the other side. Like, my conversation or my friendship is not attached to agenda. It's just, I want to have authenticity in sharing my life. And as I'm being authentic, the God who created the heavens and the earth lives inside me, and that's just automatically going to come out in the life of someone else, and they're going to see that and become attracted to it. And it's answering questions rather than me having to tell them in a monologue of what to believe.
My first year at mission camp was very intimidating, and I didn't really know anyone, or I was very out of place. And I went into mission camp, as I would say at the time, hating Christianity, but I was really edgy. And I went in there, and they forced me to challenge everything I believed.
I think the story of mission camp really started with trying to think different about camp. Students would kind of go away and have this kind of monumental moment, and then they'd come home, and I found that they were oftentimes hard-pressed to really apply that. And so what we're hoping to do at mission camp is we're hoping to make the city and the moments where I'm experiencing God and empowered by His Spirit, making those ideas somewhat synonymous. Where now the city becomes this kind of fragrant place where I'm reminded that this is my city and I'm called to make a difference in this place. So this year at Mission Camp, we wanted to focus on three things. We focused on the refugee crisis, we focused on homelessness, we focused on human trafficking.
We made sandwiches and we went to people experiencing homelessness in the Union Station area and the Eastern Market area.
I was wearing a Rolling Stone shirt that day. And one of the guys, he said, "Oh, so you like the Rolling Stones?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do like the Rolling Stones." And he asked what my favorite song was, and I said, "Paint It Black." And basically he started doing some wicked air drumming to Paint It Black and just danced, and that was pretty cool.
Well, we came up to this lady, and she was laying on a bench, and then we asked her if she wanted a bag lunch, and then she was like, "Yeah, sure." And like when she said that she was a single mother, had 3 children, I kind of felt like that was partially my situation, because like me and my mom were always alone, and so I kind of felt like I could relate to her.
As I started to get to know them, I could draw comparisons between my life, struggles I've had, struggles they have, triumphs I've had, triumphs they've had.
And I think that gave me an opportunity to communicate with these people in a way that not only was like serving, but I was having a conversation with people that I was afraid of at the time.
Jesus cared about everyone, not just a specific group of people.